When I heard my sister laughing from my bedroom, my first thought wasn't anger. It was confusion. Because for a moment, I truly believed I was losing my mind. That laugh, soft, familiar, careless, didn't belong there. I stood frozen in the hallway, grocery bags cutting into my fingers, the smell of warm bread filling the house. I remember thinking how strange it was that something so ordinary could exist beside something that felt so wrong. That was the moment my life split in two. Before I knew the truth. And after I could never unknow it. Before all this, my life was quiet in the best way. I had been married to my husband, Daniel, for 15 years. Not the loud, social media kind of marriage, just steady. Predictable. Safe. We knew each other's routines, moods, silences. Our love lived in the small things. Folded laundry, shared meals, the way he'd bring me tea without asking when I graded papers late at night. We didn't have children. That grief sat between us sometimes, unspoken but understood. Still, we had built a home that felt whole. Then my sister Lena called. Her voice was thin, brittle, the way it gets when someone has run out of places to land. She'd broken up with her boyfriend, lost her job, fallen behind on rent. I just need somewhere to stay, she said. Just for a little while. I didn't even ask Daniel before saying yes. Family comes first. That's how I was raised. When Lena moved in, she hugged me like she was afraid I'd disappear. 2 suitcases. 1 box. Big promises. She swore she'd find work. Swore she wouldn't be a burden. At first, it felt almost comforting having my sister around. We drank tea late at night, laughed about old memories. She cooked dinner, danced around the kitchen, brought noise and movement back into a house that had grown too quiet. Daniel liked her. Maybe too much. But I ignored the feeling when I noticed it. The changes came slowly. Daniel started staying late at work. Lena stopped looking for jobs as urgently. They talked more. Laughed more. Sometimes when I entered a room, conversation would pause just for a second too long. Once, I found Lena wearing my robe. Another time, my perfume smelled different, lighter, unfamiliar. When I mentioned it, she shrugged and said, "You know I always loved your things." I told myself I was being paranoid. I trusted both of them. Why wouldn't I? Then one afternoon, I came home early. The house was quiet. Too quiet.
No te ve.
No music. Just the sound of laughter drifting down the hallway. From my bedroom. I didn't rush. I didn't scream. I just stood there listening. When I opened the door, time did that strange thing where it stretches and sharpens all at once. Lena was sitting on my bed. My bed. Daniel was beside her, his hand on her knee.
No clothes thrown everywhere. No dramatic scrambling.
Just 2 people who had grown comfortable lying. Daniel's face went pale. Lena didn't even flinch. "I can explain," he said. That sentence still makes my stomach turn. I don't remember raising my voice. I remember how calm I felt, like something inside me had gone quiet forever. "Get out," I said. Lena started crying. Real tears. She said she never meant for it to happen. Said she was lonely. Said Daniel understood her. Said I was always so busy, so distant. Daniel said nothing that mattered. I didn't throw things. I didn't beg. I packed a bag for him and set it by the door. "You don't live here anymore," I said. He left that night. Lena begged to stay. Said she had nowhere to go. I told her she had 1 week. That week changed everything. I watched her carefully then. How easily she slipped into victimhood. How quickly she rewrote the story to make herself misunderstood instead of responsible. So I planned quietly. I gathered messages, phone records, dates, times, lies. I didn't want revenge that screamed. I wanted truth that couldn't be ignored. At the end of the week, I invited our family over. "Just dinner," I said. Nothing special. Daniel came too. He thought maybe I wanted to talk. After dessert, I stood up and told the story. Not with anger, with facts. I showed the messages, the dates, the overlap between my marriage and their affair. The room went silent. My mother cried. My brother wouldn't look at Lena. Someone asked Daniel how long it had been going on.
No one defended them.
That was my revenge. Not humiliation, but exposure.
Truth has weight.
And I let it fall. Daniel moved out completely. Lena left that night. She didn't say goodbye. In the months that followed, I grieved. Not just my marriage, but the sister I thought I had. I went to therapy. I redecorated the bedroom. I learned how to sleep alone again. Slowly, peace returned. I learned something important through all of this. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from people who know exactly where it will hurt most. But healing doesn't mean becoming bitter. It means becoming honest with yourself most of all. Today, my home is quiet again. But it's my quiet. And that makes all the difference. If you were in my place, would you have stayed silent to keep the family together? Or would you have chosen the truth, no matter the cost? Tell me in the comments. And if this story moved you, support the channel, because sometimes telling the truth is the bravest thing we can do.